Hey, what's going on, guys? Coming at you with a brand new deck profile, and today I'll be showing you guys my Flower Cardian deck. So as you can see, I am in a different location. I am back at my girlfriend Kenzie's house, and she is behind the camera recording.
Hi.
And we are recording with my brand new iPhone 7 Plus. So I'm hoping
Fancy.
that... Oh, sorry.
Fancy.
Fancy, very high class. So I'm hoping with this iPhone 7 that the video and audio quality will be a bit better for this deck profile compared to my others with my crappy iPad and my crappy iPad case. Sorry. But yeah, please let me know in the comment section below if that is the case, and if so, I will keep doing recordings with my new iPhone because I want to play with it some more. And also, my girlfriend asked me to show off this signed Yusei token. Big shout out to my friend Tyler Andrews, who actually took this token to YCS Origins a few months ago and got it signed by the voice actor for Yusei. And I really wanted to give it to her since she had an anime crush and still has an anime crush on Yusei because he is awesome and he likes to rev it up. So, also there may be a Stardust Dragon showing in this deck profile, so watch out for that. Alright, so let's go ahead and get started. So we'll start off with the free Flower Cardian Pine. This is the only one that you normally will normal summon in the deck. If it's normal summoned, you draw one card and then keep it if it's a Flower Cardian, otherwise send to the graveyard. Then also, if it is destroyed by battle or by opponent's card effect, you get to draw one card. So the key thing with this is that it's a low level, it's a level 1, which is very key for summoning your other 100 attack point monsters, which require you to have a lower level to special summon them. And the normal summon just is really key for starting your Flower Cardian plays. Then we have the free Flower Cardian Zebra Grass. Same summoning condition. You have to special summon it by controlling a lower level Flower Cardian monster. It's the same for all the 100 attack point Flower Cardian monsters except for Pine. And then when it's normal or special summoned, you can shuffle back Flower Cardian monsters back into your deck and then draw the same number of cards. Next, the free Willow. Once per turn, you can target one Flower Cardian monster from your graveyard, shuffle back into the deck, and then draw one card. Then finally, the free Palowina. If it is targeted for attack, you can negate the attack and the battle phase and draw one card. So I forgot to mention with the 100 attack point monsters. Again, their summoning condition is that you must control a lower level Flower Cardian monster to special summon them. And then if you special summon them that way, you can only normal and special summon Flower Cardian monsters for the rest of the turn. Excuse me. So next on to the 1000 attack point monsters. Basically, their summoning condition is that you have to first special summon them by attributing a Flower Cardian monster you control, except for another copy of themselves. So starting off, we have the one of the tuners of the deck, the free Flower Cardian Peony with Butterfly. So if it's special summoned, we draw one card and show it. If it's a Flower Cardian monster, we can look at the top 3 cards of our opponent's deck and put them on top or bottom in any order, otherwise send to the graveyard. And then with the Tuner Synchro effect, you can treat it and all of our Synchro materials you use for a Synchro Summon as level 2, which lets you add up to the level 6 and level 8 you need for your Flower Cardian Synchro monsters. Next, we have a 2 Flower Cardian Clover with Boar. If it's special summon, draw one card and show it. If it is a Flower Cardian monster, you can destroy one monster your opponent controls, otherwise send to the graveyard, and that effect does not target. Then we have the 2 Flower Cardian Maple with Deer. If it's special summon, draw one card and show it. If it is a Flower Cardian monster, you can destroy one monster your opponent controls, otherwise send to the graveyard, and that effect also does not target. So for the 2000 attack point monsters, they have a summoning condition to where you have to tribute a Flower Cardian monster of the same level, except for another copy of itself to special summon it. And then if they're special summoned, you draw one card and show it. If it's a Flower Cardian monster, you can special summon it, but if it's not a Flower Cardian monster, you can send it to the graveyard. So that's for all the 2000 attack point monsters. So first off, we have the other tuner of the deck, the 2 Flower Cardian Willow with Calligrapher. No real exclusive effects to it. The same effects as all the other 2000 attack point monsters. And then again, if you use it for a Synchro Summon, you can treat it and all of our Synchro materials as level 2. Then we have the 1 Flower Cardian Pine with Crane. At the end of the battle phase, if it battles an opponent's monster, you can draw one card. The 1 Zebragrass with Moon. If it destroys an opponent's monster at battle, you can draw 1 card. Then finally, the 1 Flower Cardian Palutena with Phoenix. If it inflicts battle damage to your opponent, you can draw 1 card. So now on to the most broken spell and most broken card in the deck that actually makes this deck work. It is the free Flower Gathering. This lets you special summon 4, count them, 4 Flower Cardian monsters from your deck with 100 attack points and different names from your deck. So that's basically Pine, Zebragrass, Willow, and Palutena. Their effects are negated. They cannot be attributed for a tribute summon. You can only normal and subtle summon Flower Cardian monsters a turn to use this, and you can only activate 1 Flower Gathering per turn. So this allows you to spam the board right away with 4 Flower Cardian monsters for free, which builds up your field to where if you just draw into a number tuner or have a number tuner, you can then combine them all into synchro summon your boss monster, the Light Shower, which we'll get to here in a bit. Next, we have the free Flower Stacking. Lets you choose any free Flower Cardian monsters with different names from your deck and place them on top of the deck in any order. So that's really good for your individual Flower Cardian effects that lets you draw cards. Also really good for the next card, Super Koi Koi. And then during your turn, except for the turn that was sent to the graveyard, you can banish it from the graveyard to add a Flower Cardian monster from your graveyard back to your hand. Then we have the free Super Koi Koi. Lets you excavate the top 3 cards of your deck and then summon out as many Flower Cardian monsters from them as possible, ignoring their summoning conditions, but their effects are negated and their levels become 2. And then any other card gets banished face down, and you take 1,000 points of damage for each of them. And then during your turn, even the turn this was sent to the graveyard, you can banish it from the graveyard to tribute a Flower Cardian monster you control, and then special summon a Flower Cardian monster from your hand, ignoring its summoning conditions. So that's really good, especially with the 2,000 attack point monsters that are a lot harder to summon. Takashi! Shidoi! Next we have the free...
Stare into your soul.
Sharingan. Speaking of souls and darkness, we have the free Allure of Darkness.
It's not wanting to focus. Focus?
Focusing.
There we go.
Okay. So, yeah, the free Allure of Darkness, the entire deck is dark, so you don't really mind banishing a dark if it means you get to draw 2 cards, and it helps you dig deeper into your deck for your key combo pieces like Flower Gathering and Super Koi Koi.
Koi Koi.
Koi
Fun
Koi.
to say. Koi Koi.
Yeah. Then for the final spell, we had the one...
Looks like Link.
What? Reinforcing the army?
Yes, it looks like Link.
It's not Link, it's a Marauding Captain.
I don't care. It looks like Link.
Okay, guys, you heard it here first. It's Link.
It looks like Link. Leave me alone.
Okay, so it's Reinforcement of the Army. Lets you add either your Flower Cardian Pine or your Pine with Crane from deck to hand. Then for the final main deck card, we have the free Rivalry of the Warlords. Really good for this deck since your entire main deck and most of your extra deck is Warriors, so it doesn't really hinder you any. And a lot of the relevant meta decks out there have different types they like to summon, so Rivalry hinders your opponent and also prevents your opponent from kaijuing over one of your synchro monsters, which is really good. So that's it for main deck. Total of 40 cards, 24 monsters, 13 spells, and free traps. So now on to the extra deck. Starting us off with the boss monster of the deck, we have the free Flower Cardian Light Shower. Requires 1 tuner and 3 non-tuner monsters. With its effect, all Flower Cardian monsters you control, including itself, cannot be targeted or destroyed by card effects, which is really strong, especially for itself with 3,000 attack and defense. And then when your opponent draws a card for their draw phase, it inflicts 1,500 damage to the opponent. And then during your opponent's end phase, you have to choose between either negating this card's effects until your opponent's next standby phase, or skipping your next draw phase, which isn't too bad considering how much this deck draws on its own. So Light Shower overall, really good boss monster that's basically the win condition of the deck. Next we have the 2 Flower Cardian Board Fly. Takes 1 tuner and 2 non-tuners to make. It makes it to where all Flower Cardian monsters you control inflict piercing damage when they battle a defense position monster. And then once per turn, you can banish a Flower Cardian monster from a graveyard, and then until your opponent's next end phase, they cannot activate monster effects in the graveyard or summon monsters from the graveyard, which can hinder a lot of relevant decks out there, like Burning Abyss. Then for other synchros, we have the one Armory Arm, since we can actually make level 4s. Really good to actually equip onto one of your 2,000 attack point monsters to make it 3,000, just to make it a nice speeder. The one Stardust Charge Warrior, which lets us draw a card. It's a nice warrior synchro monster that we can make under Rivalry of the Warlords as well. Then finally, the star of the show, the one Stardust Dragon, because you say, and revving it up and all that good stuff. Also, I play Starlight Road in the side deck, so it makes sense. Then for the Xyz, for rank 2, we have the one Sky Cavalry, just the best generic rank 2. The one Utopia Beyond, also really the best generic rank 6, really good for making your opponent's monsters attack point 0. The one Red Eyes Flare Metal Dragon, best rank 7, punishes your opponent for activating cards. The one Hope Harbinger Titanic Galaxy, because negating spell cards is good. Then we have the Spider combo, the one Ravenous Tarantulas are rank 10, the one Pain Gainers are rank 11. And then finally, the one Seven Sins as our rank 12. Just all really good cards, especially Seven Sins. Just really, really good.
It's a spider kill with fire.
Yeah. So that is it for this brand new deck profile for my Flower Cardians. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Again, please feel free to comment on the video and audio quality of this video. If it's better than my previous deck profiles, I definitely will be keeping the iPhone format going forward then. So again, let me know that in the comment section below. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you to my lovely and beautiful girlfriend for recording, and I'll catch you guys next time.